Hello student, very good morning to all of you. How are you? I hope you all are happy, healthy and fine at home. Do you remember what were we discussing yesterday? I think yesterday we were discuss about the synthesis of ribosine A. And how do you synthesize the structure of ribosine A? So far we have discussed the structure number, means starting from the dibenzofuran or dibenzo-BD-furan, that is a fixed moiety. As we know that two benzene ring on both the side, middle one is a furan which is a heterocyclic 5-membered ring, come together and whatever the resulting compound is formed, the skeleton is a fixed, that is the dibenzofuran. This is a general name of that compound. When that compound treated with TDO-O2, very high yield percentage of dihydroxylation, cis dihydroxylation occur, and that is nothing but our starting material, that is a compound number 1. Starting from the compound number 1, that is a cis dihydrol, because TDO is nothing but as a toluene dioxygenate, that is a for the biotransformation. These type of the reagents are highly stereopacific and we are getting as a only and the only that product. So that type of the compound is called as a stereo selective cis hydroxylation takes place, that is a structure number 1, and that structure number treated with the suitable reagent with the protection of that dihydroxy group, so that we can carry out the reaction on the other part of the organic compound, the protection and deprotection. What are its, why there is a need of protection? As we already discussed in our previous semester, in third semester, while studying protection, deprotection and the Chiron approach, during that process, during that study of that course, we discussed that why there is a need of protection to decrease the reactivity of that particular functional group and add the reagent, specific reagent, and we will get the desired product with the product which we are obtained is the expected product according to that, and for that it is needed as a protection. If you are not protect that group, the expected product or the desired product you won't get, and that's the need to protect that particular, and that's why dihydroxyl, cis dihydroxyl functional group selectively protect with the help of acetone and other biocatalyst used to get that. And one of the speciality for the transformation of stable aromatic moiety, where we never seen at a normal condition aromatic compound do not undergoes addition reaction in forceful condition in a specific condition only that aromatic compound in exception condition they can undergoes addition reaction. Why they do at ordinary condition, why they do not undergoes as a addition reaction? The reason everybody knows that when they undergoes as a addition reaction, they loses its stability, or in other word we can say it lost its aromaticity, and due to this reason the aromatic compound at ordinary condition do not undergoes addition reaction. Instead they always undergoes electrophilic substitution reaction. Substitution reaction, as we know that one of the atom or group of the atom get replaced by another atom or group of atom. Such kind of the reaction are generally termed as substitution reaction. So here in a forceful condition, in a specific condition, the cis hydroxylation occur with high yielding product. TDO means toluene dioxygenate. Control condition of the oxygen atom is provided, and we will get as a cis hydroxylation, and we get as a compound number first. And when that compound number treated with acetone and with some other reagents like DMP, then PPTS, that cis hydroxylation get protected suitably, and we will get the desired product as we expect, that is a compound number second. And that compound number second further treated with osmium tetroxide and some other reagent, the solvent proportion of methanol and the water is used as a 9:1%, and that reaction stored at room temperature we will get as a 91% product, that is a hydroxyl group. Again cis hydroxylation will occur, will take place during this process, and we will get the compound number 3. And that compound number 3 treated with tempoxone TBAB in presence of DCM dichloromethane and stored at room temperature, overall yield obtained approximately 86%. Here the TBAB, that is a tetrabutyl ammonium bromide, widely used as a phase transfer catalyst. It behaves like an ionic liquid, which is a promising green alternative to organic solvent in organic synthesis, and suitably we can oxidize the hydroxyl group which is nearer to the carbon-carbon double bond, so that we will get the stable moiety, which is alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl group. Here also as a stereoselective product is obtained during this process. Other hydroxyl group remains intact, and this type of the transformation possible only with biocatalyst, and that's why they are playing very good role in such a transformation, and we got the structure number 4. And that structure number 4 once again treated with the reducing reagent like sodium borohydride in presence of methanol stirred at 0 degree centigrade. Again, high yielding product, that carbonyl group suitably get reduced with the sodium borohydride, which is a mild reducing reagent, will selectively reduce, and we will get stereochemically the desired product. That hydroxyl group should go above the plane, because here the hydride transfer occur, and that hydride transfer generally comes from the psi phase, and hydroxyl group goes in a re phase, and that's why suitably we are getting that hydroxyl group above the, and which we required for obtaining the ribosine A, that is minus ribosine A 5, and in on that 5 we further treated this kind of the reagent, and we got the structure number 6, and from this structure number 6 we are going to see the remaining what we are going to get. Let's see over here, because we are discussing about this kind of the discussion we already discussed in our previous lecture, and now we are continuing that lecture further to complete the synthesis of ribosine B. We see this is a structure number 6, and that structure number 6 when treated with the reagent, the reagents are like this. I am showing arrow here like this. Here number first reagent is added TFA, and after the TFA we are adding as a solvent THF, tetrahydrofuran H2O, water. The percentage is taken 4:1, 4 part of the THF and 1 part of the water, that 60 degree centigrade, and the product is obtained approximately 75%, not the 70, that is a 75% of the product is obtained by adding these reagent. See here the reagent TFA, full form of TFA is a trifluoroacetic acid, that is called as a trifluoroacetic acid. This is organofluoro compound generally which act as an acid, and THF, as we know that tetrahydrofuran, the structure of tetrahydrofuran will be this one, as we know that this is a furan moiety over here. So this is a THF, tetrahydrofuran, act as an solvent here, and this reaction mixture is stirred at 60 degree centigrade or reflux or boiled at 60 degree centigrade, and we will get the product is a 75%, and what the product do, they can deprotect this group so that tetrahydrofuran suitably deprotection of that diol will occur, and we will get the product which I am showing over here. See carefully, this is a product which we are going to, other part of the compound remains as it is, and this also remains as it is. Here this is a OPMB, that group also remains as it is, and here OPMP, that is also remains as it is, only this group get deprotected using the TFA, trifluoroacetic acid, in acidic condition, which because that this type of the protection very sensitive toward the acid, and that's why deprotection occur over there, we will get the desired product suitably. Now when we got, and this is a structure number 7, this is a structure number 7 which we got over here. This benzene moiety remains as it is, benzofuran also remain, only deprotection occur. This is a change you can observe very clearly. And now this 7th number structure, when it is further treated with the same reagent like as a TEMPO, TEMPO, oxone, and TBAB, tetrabutyl ammonium bromide, in presence of CH2Cl2, dichloromethane, at room temperature stirred, getting as a 52%. This is a not 52, it is a 55% overall yield is obtained during this, and these are the reagent which is used to oxidize the hydroxyl group to get the stable moiety like as alpha beta unsaturated. That is a speciality, and therefore they are highly stereopacific. Stereopacific means we are getting whatever we are wish to required desired product, we are getting that product only by choosing, by selecting the proper reagent, that is a biotransfer. That is the speciality of that biotransformation. We are getting the whatever product we are expecting, we are getting that desired product, and for that purpose you must choose the proper reagent, and after adding these reagent, the product which we are getting, let's see over here, I am drawing that structure, this the moiety which remains as it is, and now here what you are going to get, here a double bond already, with respect to that double bond, here is oxidation of that hydroxyl group, and other hydroxyl group, it remains as it is, and this is the compound OPMB, that protection still remains over there. Here also as a OPMP, that is also remains as it is. That are the, and this is the compound which we got, that is nothing but as a compound number 8, right? This is compound number 7 and compound number 8 here. If you observe these two structures 7 to 8, what are the changes? You can observe they differ. The changes are occur at this chiral, because that is a chiral pool natural product. Wherever there is a chiral center, there we are changing. So at this position there is a carbon oxygen double bond that becomes as a stable, and that's why that is a biotransformation. We are getting the expected product or the desired product by selecting as a proper, as we know that these are the tempo, the structure of that tempo is a tetramethyl pyrrolidine 1YL oxyl, that type of the compound. TBAB is nothing but as a tetrabutyl ammonium bromide, which is widely used as a phasor transfer, is behave like as a ionic liquid. So that type of the function it is playing over here. Now this is the structure number 8, and that structure number 8 further treated with the reagent like as here Ag2O silver oxide, and then methyl iodide, then THF solvent is used over here. And that reaction mixture is reflux or boiled at 60 degrees centigrade. The overall yield obtained is 66%. Overall yield is obtained. Now, what do you think? Which function, here also as a chemoselectively, which functional group is going to change over here? See, these are the protecting group, we are not deprotecting over here. So definitely that these hydrogen atom get suitably replaced by methyl group, and which is the group which we have seen in our target molecule. Target molecule means what? In the retrosynthetic language, we know that target molecule is nothing but as the molecule whose synthesis is being planned is called as a target molecule. So now suitably here Ag2O, it acts as a base, it can abstract the acidic proton which is attached to oxygen, get detached or get removed. So negative charge develop on that oxygen atom, suitably get this type of the compound here, this one, double bond C, double bond O. Here this remains above O, methyl group over here, and this is the group OPMB, and here also as a group which is also OPMB, that remains as it is, and other part of the organic compound it remains as it is. This is the structure number 8. After addition of these reagent, we will get the compound number 9 over here like this. This is a compound we got here as a 9. And now after the addition of getting as a 9 compound, further we are going to add the reagents like this. Let me clean the board over here. Here the reagent which I am going to add, that is a DDQ, which is a oxidizing reagent or reducing reagent, you think over it. Then CH2, Cl2 and the water H2O. The proportion of this is a 4:1%. 4% is a methanol of 4 ml and 1 ml of that water, may be like this, or 40 ml of that DCM and 10 ml of that water. Room temperature, stored at room temperature, and that gives nearly 63% overall yield is obtained during this. And DDQ, as we know that the full form of that DDQ, let's see the structure first. The structure of DDQ will be this one. Remember, this is a structure C triple bond N, then C triple bond N, and here is a Cl, here also as a Cl. And if you give the numbering here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this is a structure of this one. DDQ means if you see the number here at 2 position chlorine and 3 position 2, 3 dichloro, 2, 3 dichloro means first D, then 5, 6 dicyano, second D, and Q means at 1 and 4 position 1, 4 benzoquinone, benzoquinone. So that is a full form of that DDQ, which is a good reducing reagent, but in this particular case which can act for the deprotection of this particular group. These get deprotected, and finally is there comes PMB, paramethoxybenzyl. Instead of that paramethoxybenzyl, there will be a hydroxy groups comes. So that is the product which we will get over here. Now let me clean here, and we are going to get the product finally after the this is it is used to protection of that hydrogenation, and you will be getting the final product will be this one. See here, this is a double bond alpha beta unsaturated compound. Let me draw this structure properly so that you can observe this, because this is a final structure which we are going to get over here. Here, look at here, double bond is alpha beta unsaturated compound. This part remains as it is, only DDQ, dichlorodicyano benzoquinone gives here the methoxy group, it remains as it is, OMe. Now here this is a protected hydroxyl group get deprotected and it is getting as a OH. Now here also that remains 3 chiral center if you observe, and this structure is nothing but as a minus ribosine A. This is the structure of ribosine A. So in this way, after the 9 steps we obtained the final structure which is a ribosine A. So in this way, see once again this moiety, that is a benzophenone moiety is present, and which is responsible for the biological activity, and prominent optical activity is shown due to the presence of dibenzofurane moiety. So DDQ, this oxidant is useful for the dehydrogenation of alcohol, phenol and steroid ketones in organic chemistry. Decomposes in water, but it is stable in aqueous mineral acids, and it is also used for oxidative coupling and cyclization. So that are the uses of that DDQ, which is finally used in this particular synthesis, and we got the minus ribosine A with high yielding. So, this is the whole synthesis of ribosine A which we have described here, starting from the dibenzofuran, or it is known as dibenzo BD-furan, and starting from that furan we got here, that is a ribosine A, that is the scheme to synthesis of minus ribosine. So, this is the scheme which we have described here, that is a scheme number 2nd, because in a scheme number 1st we already see this is a scheme 2nd, which is a synthesis of minus ribosine. Scheme 2nd, synthesis of ribosine A, that we have described here with its proper reaction, a proper sequence of steps of reaction, and the what we can call it as a reagent use there, and their full forms and the uses of that reagent at every step we have described, we have learned over here. I think this is enough synthesis of minus ribosine A. In the next lecture we are going to discuss the remaining synthesis, how to synthesize ribosine B, starting from the structure number 3, which we already discussed while synthesis of ribosine A, and starting from that 3 we are going to synthesize that ribosine B in our next lecture. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you.